Hello, my name is Noah Huang, and today I'm going to be showing you this game that I've been working on in Unity called Delivery Driver. I'm going to be showing you some gameplay, and I'm going to be showing you the code behind it. So, the general gist of how the game works is, the player in this sense is the car, and the goal of the game is to kind of stay in it. And the way to stay in it is to not lose all your money because in this game, time is money. And once you run out of money, you lose the game. So you might be asking, how do I get money? Well, to get money in this game, you have to deliver packages. And so you drive up to the store, you pick up a package, and then you deliver it to a randomly chosen house, which is indicated with an arrow. And after you deliver the package, you get some money, and that's how you stay in the game. And so, yeah, the red little orbs that you see on the screen here are actually boosts, and what these boosts do is help you to deliver packages faster. It increases your speed so that you can move around the map faster, so you can deliver packages faster. So yeah, let's get into some gameplay. So you can see here, car is just driving, and then pick up a package, and you have an arrow that indicates the location of the package. So you deliver it, and as you can see, the money every 2.5 seconds will go down, but you will get $10 if you deliver a package. Now, if you do happen to fail to deliver a package, you will lose $5, which kind of gives you the incentive to deliver them on time. Also, if you go off the road, you get a negative speed debuff, so you actually go slower if you go off the road here, as you can see. However, if you have a boost activated, as like this one right here, as you can see, the speed debuff is not applied to the character if you have a boost on. So yeah, that's kind of the general gameplay of how the game works. So you pick up a boost, and then boom, you deliver a package, you get money. And once you hit $0, you're gonna be sent to a lose screen. So let's go over the code for this game now. So here we have the driver script. And what the driver script does is, first of all, runs this update method, or this countdown method. So what the countdown method does, this kind of handles the boost timer. So we have, if a boost is activated and the remaining time is more than 0, remaining time minus equals time.delta time. What this little piece of code does here is it handles the countdown for it. So every second it'll go down a second, no matter how fast your computer is. That's what the time.delta time does. It kind of normalizes it to your computer speed, or to whatever computer speed that this script is being run on. And so else if boost activated, meaning that you run out of time, your boost is turned off and the move speed is set back to 10, which is the normal speed. After that, we have the steer method being called in the update method. And what the steer method does is it runs this whole thing. So what these first two do is it handles the movement, the vertical and horizontal movement, through the WASD keys. And what these last two do, it handles the movement of the car and the turning of the car. After that, we have this on trigger enter method. And what a trigger is basically a barrier around a game object. And once something passes that barrier, it's going to activate the trigger and all the code associated with that trigger. So in this case, it's all of this code. And it's handling the trigger that is on the car, because this script is on the car. Now, what this script does is it runs an if statement, which if collision.gameObject.tag equals boost, meaning that if you collide with something, or if something enters the trigger that has the tag boost, it'll run this. Now, what a tag is something on a game object that kind of differentiates itself from other game objects. So in here we have the boost tag, right? This is the boost for the boost tag for the boosts. So the car will detect if what it hit was a boost, and then if it is that thing, or if it is that boost, then it'll run this script or this code. And what this code does is it asks if no boost is activated, then your move speed is multiplied by 2, and then boost activated set equal to true. Your remaining time is equal to 5 because the boost lasts for 5 seconds, and then that collision with that with that boost is set to false. So you can't collide with it multiple times while you're going through it. After that, we have the road detector script. What this script does is it handles the detection if the character is on the road or not. So what we have here is max move speed is set equal to driver.movespeed. Driver being a reference to the driver class here, but it's just a variable to reference that class. So max move speed is a variable in here being set to the move speed variable in the driver script. Now in update, we run the handle speed method, and what the handle speed method does is it checks if the player is on the road and if there's no boost activated. If those two things check out, then the driver move speed is set equal to max move speed. Now if you're on the road and you have a boost, then driver move speed is multiplied by 2 so that you have that boost activated and you have that speed boost. Now if you're off the road and you don't have a boost, then your move speed is going to be set to 0.05 of your max move speed. And yeah, we have the trigger here, which handles if what you're going onto is a road, and then if it is a road, then on road set equal to false. This is trigger exit. My apologies. If you exit something with the tag road on it, then on road is set equal to false. This basically means that if you go off the road, you're not on the road anymore, obviously. But this on trigger stay means that if you're staying on something with the tag road, meaning you're staying on the road, then on road will stay true. Now we have the storefront script. First thing we have in the storefront script is a singleton. And a singleton is a design pattern that ensures that this instance of the script that's on the game object is the only instance of it, and that it has a global access point from all the other scripts. So all the other scripts can get stuff or get methods or variables from this storefront script. That's basically what the singleton does in this public void awake. That's what it is. Now in start, we have drop off list being set to this whole long thing. And what that whole long thing does is it gets householder, which is a game object, and it gets the components of the children of householder. And that component is the drop-off script, which is up here, as you can see. And so it gets the drop-off script from those children of householder, and then it detects and it gets the components for all of the children, even if those children aren't activated. That's what this true does. And now the dot select, all the stuff after, what it does is it changes this array of components into a list of transforms. That's what this whole thing does here. And after that, in the start method, it runs the create package method. Now, it's kind of self-explanatory. The create package method just creates the package through instantiate. That's basically all it does. After that, in update, we have the change money method. And what the change money method does is it gets an if statement for if money time is more than 0, money time minus equals time.delta time, which again is just a normalized countdown. And once that timer hits 0, money time is set equal to total money time, which in this case is 2.5, as you can see here. Total money time is 2.5. And so it sets money time equal to that, so it can restart the timer, and then money minus equals 1. This kind of handles that money subtraction over time while you're playing the game. Now after that, we have money text.text. This is just setting the text for that money UI that we have at the top of the screen. And then this if statement here, basically what it does is if you have no more money, then it'll take you to the lose screen. So that's what the change money method does. So next we have the start delivery method. Now what the start delivery method does is it gets index, which is a local variable of an integer, and it uses Unity engine.random.range, which just grabs a random number from 0 to however many is in the drop-off list count, so 0 to that number, and then it sets that to index. And what index is a integer that specifies the position of something in a list. So that's what an index is. And in this case, this index gets a random number, and that random number is the game object or the drop-off list index just gets the game object associated with that random number chosen, and sets it equal to this transform drop-off location local variable. Then with that local variable, you get the game object of that local variable, and then it turns it on. That's what this whole 2 lines do. And then after that, remaining delivery time is set equal to total delivery time, and at the very top you can see here total delivery time is set to 15, so therefore remaining delivery time is also 15 in this case. And so that's what that does. Sets delivery ongoing to true, and then invokes this onPackagePickedUp event. After that, we have the end delivery method, and what the end delivery method does is it creates another package, because once you end the delivery of your first package, you want to keep making money, so you have to deliver the next package. So it creates another package for you to deliver, and then it sets delivery ongoing to false. It kind of sets your timer text UI to package delivery successful, and then it gives you money, so just sets your money to +10. And then it invokes the onPackage delivery successful event. After that, we have the update timer UI. All this does is it just handles the timer that you have for the delivery timer. So when you're delivering the package, there's that timer at the top. Basically, this just handles the UI for it. After that, we have the package script. This is the script that is attached to the actual game object of the package. And what this does is it runs a trigger, which again triggers like a barrier around the game object, and once you pass it, it runs the script below it. So once you pass that trigger, it runs storefront.instance.start delivery. And this is that singleton I was talking about earlier. So it uses that global access point to get the start delivery method from the storefront script, and then runs it in here after you enter the trigger. And then after the player enters the trigger of the package, it'll destroy the package, because once you pick up the package, you don't want it to be lingering in front of the store. So that's what this destroy does. After that, we have directional indicator. This script just handles the arrow that you have that points towards the delivery spot. So in start, we have callbacks to events through these methods here, and we're adding listeners to them. And then in on destroy, meaning like on destroy of the drop off point, it removes the listeners. On destroy of the arrow, I mean, not the drop off points. When the arrow is destroyed, it turns off all the listeners. So yeah, after that, in update, we have if target house is set equal to null, meaning that there is no target house. It's gonna get the the arrows. Oh wait, sorry. Again, my apologies. If target house is not equal to null, meaning that target house is set, then it's gonna get the arrow and it's gonna point towards that target house that was chosen. And how we see that is through this package picked up method. So in this package picked up method, it says target house equal to drop off point, which drop off point is that chosen drop off point from storefront. And so that's how it kind of gets the arrow to point towards that house. And then image.setActiveTrue just turns on the image of the arrow so that it'll point towards, or so that it'll appear. And then it has on package delivery successful and on package delivery unsuccessful, it'll set target house equal to null, so it won't do this arrow rotation and position, and then it'll turn off the arrow's image. After that, we have the drop-off script, and what the drop-off script does is, again, it has that trigger. So once you enter the trigger of the drop-off point, it'll run the end delivery from the storefront script, and then it'll turn off the drop-off point game object. After that, we have Boost Manager, and what Boost Manager does, it just handles the boosts. So at the start, we have boost list being set equal to game object.find game objects with tag boost. And again, it gets tags, which here in boost, the tag of boost, and it kind of gets all the game objects with the tag boost, turns it into a list, and sets it equal to boost list, the boost list variable. After that, it deactivates all the boosts, and what deactivate all boosts does is it runs through all the boosts through a loop, and then it turns all of those boosts off. And then after that, it runs activate random boost. And what activate random boost does is, it just like storefront, it gets a random number from 0 to the amount of boosts in the list, and sets it equal to index. And then it gets the game object associated with that randomly chosen number, sets it to this local variable, and through that local variable it turns on the boost, because as you remember, deactivate all boosts was called first, meaning that all the boosts were off, but now you're turning on this random boost for a duration of 10 seconds. After that, you have the countdown, which is what the remaining time is for. So in the countdown, once the boost is on, for 10 seconds it'll run a timer of 10 seconds, and then once again, time.delta-time is just normalizing the time for all devices. And then after that timer is up, it'll deactivate all the boosts on the map, and then turn on 3 random boosts. So yeah, that is my game and the code behind it. Thank you for watching.